Hi, this is Ani, and welcome to the update for the weekly outlook of the indexes. This is the Dow Jones Industrial Average chart, and as you can see, we have reached the level or come very near the level I was speaking of regarding on Monday. Regarding this pullback on Monday, but now we have to look further as to what can happen next. And if we look further out, we can see that this pattern, this does have a bigger pattern in mind, and perhaps we do have different levels to reach before we can call it a day on this pullback. This is the next major, what I feel is the next major support area of the Dow Jones. There are some in between, of course, but the question is whether it's going to hold there and reverse from these areas. This might be one of them here, and certainly this is one of them down here as well. If we look further out on the weekly, I think that we will notice, you can notice right there, let me just get rid of some of these things to give ourselves a better perspective. You can see that if we look out further on the weekly, that this pattern has this completion perhaps in mind, and it can be somewhere in between, but this is the strongest support that I can see right now. There's nothing to really panic about, in my opinion, because if we do correct down to even to this level, which is the 14,583, it's still not as big a pullback as it was way back in 2008, which was right over here. As you can see, this was like from the 14,000 down to the 6,000, which is basically an 8,000 point correction, and we're only looking at a possibility here of about 1,500 points. So we're not in a panic mode, and it's about time that we do pull back and test these levels. This, you see, this is the monthly. This is a nice support right in here. So it's about time we test these levels before we can call it a day. And this is only the second month into the year, so certainly not a big indicator as to what will be happening the rest of the year. I think this is a correction that we need. All right, let's take a look at if we look at the daily on the SPX. SPX, we are also, this is right now at a support level just as the Dow Jones is. However, if we're going to continue again this pattern, if we're going to continue this one, then we're going to have to see something perhaps lower, and there are other support areas just like on the Dow Jones below. Once again, if we look further out, it's going to be the same scenario about a possible correction or test below. It's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be that major. I wanted to go out to the weekly. As you can see in the scheme of things for where we've come from, this is really minor comparatively speaking. So even coming down to the 1700, and even if we do test the previous all-time high, we are still not in a zone of serious pullback. Okay, and once again, if I look at the NDX the same way, starting here with the weekly, and maybe I will, it has dropped out of the weekly channel here that we've been following with that relentless upward move. As you remember, I was mentioning that we were hugging this top line of this channel. Now we are down here in this correction. We have certainly have a possibility of 3371 down here, and even further down to the 3319. Well, whether that's going to happen or not, of course, only time will tell. But I think this may be the next support area right here. That is the 30. That's roughly the 3400, and then below we have minor supports, and then a major one right about the 33. 20 or so. That's about right. Okay, that's it. Trade it well and carefully as always, and you can find my charts on my blog at daytradingwithani.com, as well as you can find my chart on when you click on YouTube under Day Trading with Ani, and also now I am also on a voice thread link that I will be posting on my blog, so you can see that there as well. Okay, trade it well and carefully, as I said, and good luck in the markets as always. Bye bye.